It's funny because when it comes down to assume the position, and a lot of people take that as a person who's being locked up, a person who's being, but that's an actual train of thought for
It is.
leadership.
It is. That is a leadership trait.
Okay,
Assume, believe, know.
man.
Assume, believe, and know. Because if you don't believe, who else gonna believe? If you don't believe, can you fully expect somebody to believe that you're that if you don't even believe it?
Oh wow, wow. Now, we talked about in honor of Mayor Price, former Mayor Price. You had to step in, and I refer to as Mayor Pro Tem, which we were in that position, but now you are the mayor, the interim mayor of the city. The city, the city decisions falls on you in leading the council. I hadn't heard anything in the news or anything outside that says the city of Locust Grove is a disgruntled government. What are you guys doing to work together and make decisions together? How is that working?
Well, when we lost our mayor, it was hard, right?
Right.
I was the mayor pro tem appointed by him. So I had to assume the position,
Yes.
right? And so what I came in, in my training in the military, I had to use that. I had to go back to it because you don't disrupt. You come in and you maintain.
Right.
And so to steady a ship, any kind of ship,
Okay.
I need the ship to stay steady because I don't need it to get rocky. If it gets rocky, I get people falling off overboard. So I got to study the ship. That's the only goal of the executive officer of a Navy command.
Okay.
You have a CO and you got an executive officer.
Yes.
If the CO goes down, the executive officer assumes the position.
Correct.
And when he assumes the position, he's expected, trained, developed to do the same job the CO was doing.
Oh wow.
I didn't have all the leadership of all those years on council and as Mayor Price.
Right.
But what I do share with him is leadership and vision.
Man, that's phenomenal. That is phenomenal. Now, in that leadership and vision, we talked about the direction of where City of Locust Grove is going in the future, and I believe we talked about that a little bit that between the commercial break. Tell me what you tell me your vision along with the city council. What's the vision for what's next for Locust Grove? Where do you see Locust Grove going?
Well, I see Locust Grove being a city always keeping its fabric,
Okay.
but also developing and moving forward, right? We just purchased 10 acres of land downtown Locust Grove, us as a city. Council approved that. And with that, that's going to present some unique opportunities to redevelop Locust Grove
Okay.
in some ways that would be better for citizens without disturbing the fabric of Locust Grove. See, we always want to keep Locust Grove habitat in place, if I must say,
Right.
the fabric of it, right? But we also want to grow some things around it to make it where people would want to live, work, and play.
Right.
That's where Locust Grove is going in the future. I see Locust Grove walkable downtown district.
I see it.
I see it. I see sitting at a little small coffee shop,
Yes.
have some coffee. I also see my kids playing downtown.
Right.
Well, not my kids, but my grandkids, right?
Yes.
So I see Locust Grove being the city that everybody want to be in.
Okay.
We got business, yes. We have industry, yes.
Okay.
But we also have that hometown feeling, and that's what you get in Locust Grove. Period.
The hometown
It's
feel.
it's neighbor.
Okay.
I don't meet a stranger. So that's the howdy, and long goodbyes
Yes.
of Georgia, period. But Locust Grove, that fabric of Locust Grove is a place that people come and they don't want to leave.
Right.
And we don't want them to leave. We want them to stay. Our population has grown from up 27% since 2020.
Okay.
We're now at about 11,900 citizens here in Locust Grove.
Okay.
And that's projected to just go even higher over the next few years.
Okay.
So we're no longer that rural city.
Right.
We are now a city a small, big city in its own little right, right?
Right.
And we're growing,
Right.
and but we're gonna grow in the right way. It's gonna be smart growth.
Right.
We're gonna have to build our infrastructure to help.
Okay.
Infrastructure is gonna have to help. So we're making those progresses now. Making little circle rounds and trying to make it easier for traffic to move, right?
Yes.
And that's what we're gonna have to do as council is to make sure that we are continuing to look after what we can do to ease the burden of citizens. And as we ease the burden of citizens, it's gonna make people want to stay here,
And that's quality of life.
and that's quality of life.
Yeah, that's quality of life. We talked about Locust Grove growing, the economy that's happening in Locust Grove, the 10 acres, and I know you can't expound too much on the 10 acres because you guys are in a development process.
Yeah, we're in the development phase. There's going to be a lot of planning, a lot of things going in. It's actually going to be a lot of community buy-in in it.
Okay.
So we're going to ask the community, what do you want to do? What do you want to see?
What do you want to see?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Now, what are some of the amenities that Locust Grove offers for the youth? Because I know we had Noah's Ark here. I know that's in the redevelopment stages. But what are we doing? Because we're creating an environment where families are moving here. And, what are some of the things you guys are doing to, stay engaged with the youth?
Well, we have the parks quite naturally, but I would say that we haven't done enough
Okay.
for the youth. I'm in talks right now and with Commissioner Johnny Wilson.
Okay.
And the citizens did this in our SPLOS meeting.
Gotcha.
They asked for a new building. They said, hey, why not Locust Grove? Why not a new gymnasium? They put that to the commissioner. So there are some talks going on to maybe either help hours that we have right here next to City Hall, rework it, or even maybe putting a new facility in. Those things haven't been worked out, but we haven't done enough for our kids here. There has to be some more things that we do as a council, along with citizens' input, to see how can we best work forward to make this better and a place for kids to be.